It's going live. We're sending it out there. Hey there! What do you say there, world? Welcome to another incredible episode of the Racist Recap Shit the Bed edition. My name is Justin, and with me today is, Captain Cavino? What are you, a sergeant?
Oh, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Cavino. What's going on, Joey? How you feeling today?
I'm awesome, brother. How are you doing? I'm trying to mute this little fucking thing over here.
No problem. I was having a great day up until about 30 minutes ago when I found out our guest is not joining us. And I don't know what to say. I feel like a terrible host, but she was stoked to come on, and she's like, something came up last minute. I can't do it. Maybe next week.
You know, some of these things happen at myself the same. I've been there. You've been there, Justin, as well. You know, family, COVID, all sorts of craziness. It just happens like that. We got to press on, and we're going to have, I don't know, maybe a special, let's talk to the guests tonight. Maybe we'll have a special call-in. Who knows? I think we'll make it fun. We'll do something quick.
It's going to be quick. It'll be about 30 minutes or so. So, guys, stick around. Don't worry. We're going to have I want to get your feedback. This is going to be your chance to control the show for the next 4 weeks before we kick off Season 32's. Season 32 starts in 30 days. It starts in 1 month. So...
Yeah, when are we getting cast reveals and all this stuff? I want to do the thing that you did to my season where we judge everyone and then we're totally wrong and ass backwards through the whole thing.
Well, I was pretty on point. No. We're gonna do the cast assessment is what we call it. We're gonna do that the Sunday before the premiere. So if the premiere date's the Wednesday, I believe, we're gonna do it the Sunday before. Well, I know how it feels. But see, like, I've never missed this show.
Wait, what?
I've never, missed the Racist Recap. I've always, had this as a schedule, and everything else that comes around,
I'm sorry, for the last 3 weeks, what did we do?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I got a text from you saying fucking you're a schlep rock or something.
Because the guests keep shitting on me.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, what am I going to do? Just come on and say, hey, we're going to, just like I'm doing today. Like, if the guest would have told me hours ago, I would have texted you again and said, guess who's shit in the bed? It's me. You're a terrible host.
Well, the text that you sent, that you were like, well, I suck and blah, blah, blah.
Because I feel like it's always my fault. If shit goes wrong, I feel like I'm in charge of it and I should have a backup plan, but I always put my trust in peeps and... It's like, come on!
I'm going to say it's you then.
Then maybe it is me.
You should have a backup plan. Don't you have friends, right?
I don't.
5 minutes ago, I sent a text to someone. What is that? Who's that guy?
I got my Twitch stuff that I do on my Twitch show.
What is that?
That's a meme. That's like, it's
all
like,
right.
it's like this.
I thought that was a fan. I was going to just shit all over him, but...
No, it's like, I have like all this...
I like that guy. He's awesome.
I have all this...
maybe that was an Apple Slipper or a Tim Gross or a Mark Peters. I don't know. That could have been one of those guys.
The Apple Slipper is like... I don't know Apple Slipper's real name, but Apple Slipper is our Reddit correspondent. Like, Apple Slipper does things that I should be doing on Reddit, like recaps the show, lets people know the best parts and stuff like that. This is shit that I should be doing, but I don't.
Then we should have Apple on the goddamn show then.
Probably. Apple should probably come on the show. I don't know.
Maybe we should have, in situations like this, we should take one of the studio audience, the live studio audience, and pull them in.
And pull in the studio audience? And
yes.
Yes, because I definitely feel like rage quitting.
Tim just said, what is that now?
This is an effect that I have on my Twitch show. If you guys don't... I gotta
get on the Switch.
Twitch.
I gotta do that.
Twitch, you ding dong. The Switch is the new Nintendo. Nintendo, remember Nintendo from back in the... Well, it's called Switch now. They have the next version is called Switch. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I do a show called Java with Justin on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'd love to see you there. It's twitch.tv/JustinClassic1. We have lots of fun. We have a very interactive show, and we could do lots of fun things, like have a Michael Jackson come across the screen. We could do all sorts of stuff. You know, we can have, like, this one is made for Joey Cavino.
Well, you know what? I've been trying to sign on, but I had to close my pool. I got a whole lawn thing going on. I got about an acre of land up here in Boston, which is huge.
An acre is huge.
I'm doing a whole. There's no H in huge, by the way. And I'm doing a whole total lawn redo myself by hand, not hydroseeding, doing the whole seed, the whole business. The fall in New England is beautiful. We have a nice lush lawn come springtime.
Are you?
I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah, we can do that. I'm trying to get on the Twitchel with you, the Twitch face.
Yeah,
and,
you're welcome anytime. You can join me on Twitch. I'm usually live for about 4 hours, so anytime between 10 and 2. Sometimes I go 5-6 hours if we're having a good time. And it's fun. We have a lot of fun on the show. We do a lot of stupid shit. We do a lot of stupid stuff on the show, which is fun.
Well, stupid is my middle name.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, some people say it's your first name.
Right?
Well, Justin,
it was my first name for the first 7 years of my life.
Yeah, I guess I was a little shit, I think is what my name is. Yeah, if we do get enough people in here, we could play Among Us, like which is the hottest game right now on Twitch, where it's basically 10 people in a game, and you run around trying to do tasks, and there's 2 people who will kill everybody, and you got to figure out who the killers are. So you'd be good. You're a cop. You got to figure out, use your detective skills to figure out who the killers are, and you can interrogate people to see if they're lying. So this might be a game for Cavino.
I'm going right at Tim Gross. He seems to know everything before you say it.
He is. Tim Gross comes to my show every day, or every time I'm on, because he's an awesome fan. I love Tim Gross.
Me too. We're gonna have Tim Gross for this year right after
Mark. Mark Peters. Mark Peters is awesome. Mark Peters is out in California doing his things. All right, so here's what the chat is going to be able to control. Do you guys, for the next like 3 episodes, I think we're going to have 3 episodes before the assessment. Do you guys want us to interview past racers, Amazing Race staff, behind the scenes type staff, or people from other reality shows? Because we know tons of Big Brothers, we know Survivors, we know Love Island people, I know Bachelor, Bachelorette people, so we could do that stuff and see, like, maybe people who are Amazing Race fans that are from other shows. So you guys in chat, let me know what it is that you guys would like to see, and for the next 3 weeks, I will book them and I will do the show for 100% for the next couple weeks. I'll have the next 3 weeks booked by Friday, and you guys will know who the next 3 weeks, and then the cast assessment, and then season 32. I will even post links to them on YouTube. I'll have them all set up there. What do you guys want to see? Past racers and staff. Racers. Amazing Race staff. All right. Victor Arroyo. We can get Victor on. Victor's a friend of mine.
I just texted a dear friend of ours.
Uh-oh.
I suck. He's working right now.
That's okay. I can get Amazing Race Canada people. A bunch of them have followed me on my socials right before their season started. Can you get Amazing Race Canada for Steph and Kristen? Yeah, I can. Not other reality, only watch Tar. Okay. So we will get Tar people. I would love to get Phil on, and trust me, I don't hound him. I ask him probably twice a year to come on the show. So I try not to hound him too much because, same thing with Bertram. I ask Bertram once a year. I ask Phil twice a year. I ask the producers probably twice a year as well, like the 3 main producers of the show. And the 2 of those producers have promised to come on, just they're not sure when. I know I can get Phil on at some point. Hopefully before season 32 would be great, but we'll see. All right, so Amazing Racers and staff. Corinne from The Bachelor. Past racers and staff. Okay. Okay. So I'll mix it up then. I'll get a couple past racers. Maybe I'll get some Amazing Race Canada winners. I don't know how many people actually watch Amazing Race Canada that come here. You ever watch Canada?
Of people around the globe watch it.
Have you seen any of the Canada seasons?
I have seen one because I have a very dear friend who raced on it.
A dear friend?
2 friends, actually. 2 friends. What?
Do you have friends that were raced in Canada?
I don't know if you're aware of this, sir, but I have dozens of friends in America's tour.
I'm not aware of this. I didn't know.
Sir, I play hockey. Come on.
Oh, you play hockey. I forgot.
I have a certain mother-daughter team that I'm very, very dear friends with.
Ooh.
Tar
Canada. Okay. All right. Shit. Well, all right. So we're going to get it on. We're going to get it.
Check momentarily. I sent out a couple texts to some people who might be able to sign in.
All right. Listen, here, I'll pull up some of the names that I have if you guys want. Let me see. I'll send any text you want. The chat. You guys come up with the text. And I'll send it to the person that you want me to send it to, and we'll see if they respond. Apple Slipper, I would actually love to join the show, but you might possibly experience a few delays in terms of response, considering I'm in Australia, which is on the other side of the planet. Well, I don't know if you know, like, the internet is, live. You don't really need delays, no matter where in the world you are, actually. Please say it's Team Fire and Ice. That's the first mother-daughter team that comes to mind. Oh, I could definitely get Fire and Ice on.
Yeah. Who's going to get them on?
Oh, is that your mother-daughter team you're close to?
How many mother-daughter teams are in Tar Canada?
I don't freaking know. I'm sure they got one every season. I don't watch them all. Tar Canada gets boring to me, to be honest. It's like, hey, look, we're going to go from this icy place to this icy place. We're going to go from this place to this place. It's leave freaking Canada once in a while there, buddy.
Come on, their money's not worth that much.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's easier for them to get in other countries because nobody hates Canada.
No, everybody does love Canada.
Everybody hates America. Nobody hates Canada. They're just like, hey.
Hey, guys, we're from Canada. We're not really from the United States.
You're like, yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. I mean, we're sorry about our neighbors. Zach and Flo. I got to meet Flo. Zach has never responded to me. He's real, like, I don't think he's done much, like, in the public eye since he's on Zach and Flo. But, Flo, I met Flo at the starting line for season 30. She was out there. She was really sweet. I hated her on the show, but she was really sweet in real life.
Did anyone check you back yet? I was just going to have another Boston cop who's been on a couple shows, but he's working right now.
Oh, all right. So let me go through the list. Guys, who would you like me to text right now? And what would you like me to text them? Tar. Let's see. Who do I got? I got Paul and Amy. We got casting person Erica, who was also on Big Brother. We can reach out to her. Lenny, Karen, Kevin, and Drew. We got the clowns. We could text Al Rios, Ali Forsyth, Bergen Olsen. We could text Bertram, but he very rarely responds, but he does respond, just rarely. We got, of course, Brennan, Brooke, Camhigh. Chris. I got everybody from season 27. Everybody from season 28. Everybody from season 29. Most of the people from season 30 except the winners. Why? Because they're the worst winners in the history of the show. Fuck Big Brother.
Yeah.
Well, they're the second worst winners in the history of the show. I'm not going to tell you who's the first. We got Jody, who is in casting, who now has her own company, Jody Wincheski, who was also on season 14, I believe. We could text.
Jody's an incredible human being. We should have her on, definitely.
Oh, yeah, she's been on before. But yeah, we'll definitely.
She does Survivor casting, too, doesn't she?
She's used to. I don't know what she has her own company now, so I don't know if she's just totally detached from it or not. Let's see. 27, she's 27. She's 28. We got Shelly and Nisi. We got Louis Stravato.
Oh, I love Louis. I was talking to him the other day.
We got producers Matt and Pat. We got camera guy Ryan Shaw. We got 27, 28, 29. Uchenna from Uchenna and Joyce.
Yeah, Miss Booty just said that. Uchenna is doing awesome. Like, we should really get him on too. He's got a like a speaking gig going.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
no.
I talked to him at Hot to Reality last year. He's doing awesome. And he's super, super nice to talk to.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's been on the show. Yeah, last time he was trying to promote something, I let him jump on the show and talk about whatever he was trying to promote. He's a good dude. You know, part of one of the most overrated episodes of The Amazing Race. No, I just think, like, you know, that whole shaving the head thing was just taken to a whole different level.
That
like,
was a little, I don't know what you're talking about.
it was like, come on. It wasn't that big of it's hair. It grows back. It, like, you'll literally look the same in, like, a year. Like, stop. Like, it's just hair.
Anything can happen in a year. Look at me. Look at the beautiful flowing salad I had. I think you were jealous about that. I think so.
I would love that. Listen, I would love hair. Trust me. Like, I would love hair. Love it.
You would do great. No, you would do great with a nice dual exhaust hanging out the back. Nice mullet, you know? Feel like something out of a Kip Winger video.
Yeah, let me go to chat. I missed a whole bunch of stuff while I was talking. All right. I'd love to hear from Zach and Flo. Can you get Lenny from Lenny and Karen? Charla. Yes, I'm actually friends with pretty much every Amazing Racer who has a Facebook. I'm Facebook friends with all of them. I just don't have their phone number, so I can reach out to them. Casting? Okay, we could definitely. That's all right, I will get a casting person on. I could definitely get casting on. So maybe we'll do a if Elena, the producer, is not going to join us next week, we'll get somebody from casting. Whether it's Jody, whether it's Erica, maybe Jesse. Jesse doesn't really respond to me too much. Don't know if he doesn't like me.
He responds to me and tells me, I can't tell you that.
I bet I know what he tells you.
What?
Hey, Daddy. Does he call you Daddy at the end of his text?
Him and I have a running joke. Every time I text him, I text something and he texts me back, and it's like,
Yeah? Any dick pics? Do you guys send each other fake dick pics?
We do not send each other dick pics, sir.
Oh,
speaking of dick pics, hold on.
Speaking of dicks, here we go. I want to hear from Mama D if there's any chance of that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could probably call Mama D right now and get her on. Mama D is Mama D is the best.
You want me to call her?
Mama D. Let's see. Contacts. Do I have her as Mama?
I got her.
I got her. He said, "I got her."
She does trading up in Boston all the time, and we went out to dinner a couple times. And did a couple survivor thingies. She is absolutely one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life.
Is her last name Williams?
Last year. What?
Is her last name Williams?
Carolyn Rivera.
No, that's Mama C.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's Mama C. Yeah. Mama D was on our season. I got 3 Denises in here, so I got to make sure it's the right. Yeah, it's Denise one. Let's call her right now live on the air.
All right. Sorry, I'm calling my glitch and I've been fucking with my phone. So.
Harmstone, what's going on?
Put Harmstone on that fuck. Put him on right now.
Hello?
Mama D! Denise, this is Justin, your buddy from Amazing Race.
Hi, Justin.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I miss you.
Well, I miss y'all.
So what are you doing right now?
I'm sitting
Ooh. Well, we're doing our show live, and our chat has been requesting that you join us. You got like 5 minutes to jump on with us in your sexy underwear? Pajamas?
No, if you saw me, no, I got a mask on my...
That's the best! You're Mama D!
No, I am not.
Tell her we have the latest in drone technology.
You're going to give me at least a 20-minute warning.
20 minutes? No! That's the best part, is to catch you with the mask and the pajamas on. All right. No, not gonna do it. All right.
Not gonna do it.
So maybe, let's see, what chat, what would you like me to ask Mama D? She's not gonna come on video with us. She said that here, I'll have you on speaker. So now they can hear you. Say hi.
Hey!
Mama D is like, I'm not answering your calls anymore. No, we miss you, Mama D.
That's right, when I see it,
Deny. Straight to voicemail.
that's right.
So how's everything going? I know you've been like racing around the world without us. Like you've been tracking those miles. What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm out there hitting that pavement at 4:15 every morning.
Really? Still doing it?
Yeah. Huh?
You're still doing that running. For those of you who don't know, Mama D felt bad during the Amazing Race because she wasn't the fastest runner. And after Amazing Race 27, she's been running marathons and now she can outrun us all. So if she ever gets a chance to get back on the damn show, she is going to be the fastest woman on the field.
Let's not get crazy about the fastest.
No doubt.
Joey, did you even run on your season?
No, because they knew we would kill it.
Do cops still have to take a physical every year, or do you guys No?
No? We should.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like the military where you got to pass a physical.
Well, no, because half of them would be gone.
Mama D, are you staying safe down there? Where are you at?
I'm staying safe. As a matter of fact, both me and my mom had COVID.
No way.
We did. It was ugly, but we got through it.
Well, I am glad that you got through it. You are a fighter, that's for sure.
You tell Mama D I'll be right down there with no pants on to help her out.
But you know.
Joey said he'll be right down with no pants to come help you out.
So come on.
Yeah, Joey! All right, Mama D. Well, I appreciate you. We got to get you on the show soon, okay?
Let me know. Love y'all.
I'll give you I'll give you a week's notice next time.
Thank you.
Send me a selfie with the mask and those pajamas.
No, because you post on Facebook or whatever you do.
No, I wouldn't post it on Facebook. I'd put it on YouTube on my show. All right.
No, right.
All right, Mama. Love you. Later.
Hey, check your Zoom meetings, your thing, whatever the fuck it's called.
Check your fucking thing there. Yeah?
It don't sound like that.
There's nobody waiting to join us.
Harmstone's up. Can I say it? Can I just say it?
Yeah.
He's a limey prick.
That's true. He was on a couple he was on a couple game shows that he shit the bed on.
Oh, God, he fucked up his whole world flatter than hammered shit. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. He had to stand on like 4 phone books to get up to the little microphone. He looks like a little... He could be 10.
I was about to say, he does look like he's 12. He was like on the show, was like sitting there with his baby face. Yeah. He was on a couple British game shows, for those of you who don't know. And Michael Harmstone is one of the original recappers of The Amazing Race, OG status, reality TV warriors.
He's got a really good show.
I mean, he's got a show. I don't know if it's really good.
When I'm on it, it's good. Oh, hi, Willie. Yeah.
Justin, if you sent a tweet to Rob and managed to get him an Amber, I think you'd break YouTube. I have Rob's number. I've never asked him to join the show, actually. Because I'm kind of a fanboy of Rob, so...
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, he was like, come on. He was one... He was one of the best survivors to ever survive. And then he got on to Amazing Race and became one of the best Amazing Racers. And because of the stuff that he pulled off, there was at least 3 rules that changed on the race just because of Rob and Amber. So I respect the game that he came in and twisted the game so much they had to change rules just because of him.
Laser Tag wants to know if there's an update on any of the...
Oh, yes! But yeah, I mean, you would...
love things.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have 2 new child support checks and 3 restraining orders.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you were all about Karen for a little bit. You were all about some Amy for a little bit. What happened? And, I mean, I don't even know about the other stuff. I mean, I know of some other stuff, but I ain't gonna...
Well, there's... I'm just a very friendly, flirty type of person, and I've had some dear friends from the shows. We've traveled together. We've been fundraising, and still waiting on it. Got a couple irons in the fire. So, we'll see how that works out.
We'll see how it goes.
Of course, there's I have several One True Loves. There's Maya. There's Michelle, Melissa, Haley.
Several One True Loves? Is that what you just said?
It makes the show and my life interesting.
Hello, guys.
Hey, this is Harmstone. I don't know if you guys could see Harmstone. He's
Professional quiz show failure.
Professional quiz show failure. Check them out, Reality TV Warriors. They are no longer recapping The Amazing Race, right? You guys are into the Belgian mole, shows people don't watch anymore.
We're doing 32.
Oh, you are going to do 32.
Yeah, we're going to do 32 as our swan song because, the past couple of seasons have been pretty shit.
I'm not going to lie.
I can actually say that.
I can't see them.
Because I'm not turning my camera on. I'm like Mama D. I'm in my pajamas and I'm about to go to bed. And I'm just dropping
like
it.
Austin Powers with your little onesies with your flapping after. Just put your face on there so everyone can see you. You look like a mother. Come on.
I've not even got a camera plugged into the computer. So no.
He said you look like a Muppet.
Yeah. I'm used to it. Cavino's horribly abusive to me.
Yeah.
I am.
He is definitely pretty abusive. He loves it, though.
He's the drunkle of my podcast.
Remember the incident down in Nashville? I think it was playing.
Yes, I remember you being in a very windy subway tunnel of some description when we spoke to you.
I don't know. I could barely remember that.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised. It wasn't. You weren't as kind of drunk as Rado at the time, I don't think, when we spoke to him around the same time. But
oh, Michael Rado. Yeah, that's definitely... We may have to do a drunk show once and get all of the drunk Amazing Racers in here and just do a game.
We had Cavino and Rado on about a week apart, and it was 2 of the weirdest podcasts I think I've ever had to do.
LQP, have you ever had any of the producers that designed the Detours roadblocks? We have not had the producers on the show yet. The 2 main producers, there's 3 main producers of the show. There's, if you count Jerry Bruckheimer, but I mean, he doesn't really get too involved. There's Matt, Pat, are the 2 big producers that everybody knows, and Phil, obviously. So Matt, Pat, and Phil. Pat has already said that he would come on the show. He's just not 100% sure when. Matt said he would come on the show after Pat came on the show, so Pat has to come on first. And Phil has been ducking me for years. That son of a bitch.
It's all right. He's been ducking me as well. He's too busy with anyone who says nice things about Tough as Nails.
Well, Tough as Nails is actually pretty good. Don't.
It was as dull as I expected.
Oh,
Spoilers for the Amazing Race 32 preview we're gonna do.
Oh, you shit! You're just you've become crotchety. You're like a crotchety old man now. What the hell?
I know, he's a crotchety 12-year-old.
I'm nearly as much of a grumpy old man as Cavino.
How old are you now? Are you old enough to see a rated R movie yet?
Yes, 27.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
27.
You're almost as good as me.
Well, I won't go that far.
Yeah,
You've had a bit of work done, I haven't.
Come on.
Apple Slipper handling the pandemic fine in Australia, apart from New South Wales and Victoria. Well, yeah, I mean, Australia, you guys pay attention to you probably have a decent government. Like we're shitting the bed in America. America is just a shit show right now. It's an absolute shit fest.
It's just ridiculous. With hot, like not school closings, and this.
It's just a
shut
shit.
it down and don't shut it down. How come Italy and Spain not having this problem?
Because they fucking listened. Everybody stayed home. America, nobody fucking stays home. Everybody's like, I'm going out. You're abusing my rights. You look in fucking Italy for weeks. They were sitting in their homes on their damn balconies, dancing, playing with each other, singing every day. They were making the best of it. You look in America and they're fucking on the beach in Florida like, yeah, spring break. You ain't ruining my spring break, bitches. It's a democratic lie. It's like, this is not just one country. This is every country in the fucking world. Is going through.
We're the only ones having problems with it.
As an outsider, the difference is that it's far more local for America. Every state has a different decision, whereas in pretty much every other country in the world, it's a centralized decision and you listen to it.
Well, yeah, the thing is you listen to it. It doesn't matter what the fuck they say here. People don't listen. They say it's my freedoms. You're taking my freedoms away. No! We're trying to give you your freedoms back as soon as possible, you idiots. All right. Anyway.
Hey, speaking of freedom, where's Saunders at?
I've literally just spoke to him because we've just done the latest Vias de Mol episode, the Dutch Mole. Like about 10 minutes ago we finished.
That must have been a hoot.
Yeah, it was actually. It's much better than Amazing Race has been for years.
Wow.
Since your season, I would say, Joey.
Well, thank you very much for
it's entirely because of the other 10 teams other than you, but
come on. We and I carried them.
I love you.
One good leg.
If you guys have any questions about any season of Tar, Michael knows. I'll admit this. Michael knows way more about the Amazing Race than I do.
What?
He does, because he's actually interviewed people. He's talked about it for years. I was a super fan, and I didn't get to talk about it to anybody until season 28. Like, that was the first time I really talked about it to anybody.
When the Amazing Race started, Mike was still sitting in his own shit. That's how young he is. So
I was 8, Cavino, and
okay,
I didn't have a Boston upbringing.
and people with British accents sound smarter anyway, right? They always sound like they know more.
He technically does.
But I mean, if you saw him on his quiz shows, obviously he doesn't know much.
If you saw him on his quiz shows, it would look something like this.
Weirdly, my knowledge of Mexican cinema let me down. That's so strange.
So you were on The Chase, and what was the other one?
The Code.
The Code.
I was on The Code with my podcast friend Anthony, who does all the British shows with me, and then I was on The Chase on my own, and got the 5th highest score of the year, and was the only person in the top 10 not to get through the second round.
Oh shit!
Because yes, there are stats for that.
Can anybody find you?
The only good thing that came out of British TV was Benny Hill.
And Monty Python.
Yeah.
Oh, I stand corrected. I'm sorry, yes. But that's not TV, oh, yeah, it is.
Miss Booty. You British as well? Look at this. My brother Hatch 530's in the house. That's my actual brother in real life. So make sure you say hey.
Brother.
Yeah, he's my brother who lives in the same state as me, but hasn't visited me since he's moved to the same state. Thanks, bro.
Some people just don't like kids.
Are you talking about Justin or Charlie?
Well, most people don't like me. I get that. It's fine. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Michael.
Yes.
What is the best season of The Amazing Race?
Oh, that is a tough choice. The best modern season is 29. As much as I hate to compliment Cavino for anything, he knows I love his season, so I can't deny that.
And the beauty of it was you thought you were going to hate it.
You did.
I thought I was going to hate it.
You hated the premise.
Yeah, I had actually always advocated for complete stranger seasons. I thought after 28 that I was going to hate it more than I did, and 29 obviously had a fantastic cast and Cavino, so I did love it. I've made no secret of the fact that I'm a massive 29 fanboy. That's why we've had half of the season on the podcast, because I love talking about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed 29 a lot more than I expected to.
I think the thing was they got to pick those 22 individual characters. That's the whole thing. Because you have like someone like Diana who's awesome, and then she's going to bring Justin with her.
Right.
That is actually an argument I've made on Reddit this week, is the fact that 29 does probably have, by default, the strongest cast, purely because they had to be cast as individuals.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, and that's cool. That's totally fine.
Favorite international season of Amazing Race, Australia 2, hands down.
Yeah, Australia 2 was awesome. And was Canada?
It's the only season with a 3-continent leg. It's got a cast that you could pretty much bring back entirely for All Stars and Adam Dane. And it's just a brilliant season.
Do you ever see an international All Stars?
No, because there is too much hoop jumping, and if they broadcast it in America, nobody would watch after all the Amazing Race American teams went.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. That's why there's never going to be Amazing Race Canada versus Australia versus US. Is because as soon as all the US teams go out, no one will watch.
Huh.
Who's ever going to go out?
I was about to say, I mean, shit, if I'm on the season, fuck, you can put me with fucking anybody, and there's no team in Canada beating me. Fuck.
To be fair, if it was US versus Canada, I'd probably put money on the US teams, given that Canada never travels.
Unless we had to race through Canada, then it's like, okay,
Even then, unless you had a encyclopedic knowledge of towns that were going to pay $55,000 for Amazing Race to travel there, then you'd be fine. Because you'd still stick to the big cities. I'm such a crotchety old man when it comes to Amazing Race Canada.
Crotchety old man, but a lot of things, it seems.
Well, Amazing Race Canada especially, because they just don't put effort in anymore.
Yeah.
And it's boring as all hell.
Yeah.
And I get downvoted into oblivion on Reddit when I say these things.
Don't talk to me about getting downvoted on Reddit. I was everybody loved me on Reddit before I was on the show. Like, Reddit was like all about it. They were loving us. They were like super fans getting on the show, and then fuck.
I remember your proposal going viral on Reddit and everywhere else.
Dude,
I remember posting your proposal on Eamon, who used to be on the podcast's Facebook page at the time.
I was like, Reddit, if Reddit loves me, then everybody's, because like Reddit is like the place where people will shit on you without blinking an eye. They don't care there. Reddit is just like the truth place. And then my season hit. And then even after the season was over, I thought me and Diana were going to be America's sweethearts. You come back and hit the interwebs and you're like, oh my God, what happened?
Adam, to answer your question, by default you've got to count it as 6 continents, because otherwise when you get to like French Polynesia and stuff, is that technically Europe because it's owned by France? No. So therefore it's 6 continents. There's no other argument you can make for that.
Oh, so the question was, Michael, would you consider TAR 11 6 continents or 5 because Guam is a territory of the U.S.? However, people say it's in Oceania. It is in Oceania.
It's in Oceania because that's where it is geographically. You can't consider it a 5 continent like it's the 6th one.
Yes. And a fun fact, I would say half of America doesn't fucking know that we even own Guam, or it's part of us, or Puerto Rico. I would say half of Americans don't know that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Because Americans are fucking dumb.
Yeah, we're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, but we goddamn look good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If a team got arrested, then that would be basically your shit out of luck. Because it happened in Amazing Race Australia too. There are some wonderful stories from that season.
I just saw that, like, did you? I didn't even know that Phil got detained. Did you know?
In the Ukraine, yeah. The US ambassador at the time had to bail him out.
The ambassador to the United States was a big Amazing Race fan and bailed his ass out. It's like, I just found this out the other day.
That's the exact same reason that Amazing Race has never been back to the Ukraine, even though Ukraine's had its own version.
Where can we watch? I want to watch the frickin' Hammerettes.
I don't know.
Where can we get that?
I have no idea. I think I can find somewhere without subtitles, but nowhere does it without subtitles annoyingly.
Damn it! I need somebody to subtitle this shit, because that, if you guys have never seen it, what country is that?
Israel.
Israel. Amazing Race Israel. They call it like La Hamoretz or some shit.
Hamoretz Lemillion.
Hamoretz Lemillion. That's Amazing Race Israel. If you could find that online, or if somebody can freaking closed caption that shit for us, I want everybody to watch that that season.
The closest thing that has ever been subtitled, and I know you're going to roll your eyes as soon as I mention this, is the Belgian Mole season that went to South Africa, which, no word of a lie, featured electric shocks, the Southern Hemisphere's largest hedge maze filled with ostriches. They had a drunken museum heist. Seriously, Cavino would have been all over that shit.
You have links? Put it in chat. Put the links in chat if you have them.
We are currently recording the coverage that we're doing for it. That's going to be out later in the year. So I will be putting links.
Do you have links to the actual show? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be putting links out for that.
Nice.
But for every other season, it has actually been subtitled by a lovely lady called Natalia, and it is the best show anywhere on earth. I know I'm on an Amazing Race podcast saying this, but Belgian Mole is the best.
The Belgian Mole. So not only do they make great beer, but they make great mole.
If you remember back in the heady days of 2001, I think it was when the US Mole came out, it's one of the best shows ever. The Belgian and Dutch versions are infinitely better than the American one ever was.
Well, I enjoyed the Mole. It just got like corny after a couple seasons here.
Yeah, the thing is, it was made for an American audience, that version. The Belgian version, they brought it back after 15 years and did an elimination in the first episode, and then had the chance for someone to come back. If she didn't come back, however, a paint bomb exploded in the car she was in. It's the best. It's such a good show.
Yeah. So I would love for everybody, I want to do like a watch party if we can get the closed caption version of La Hamoretz. I want to do like a watch party. I'll do it on Discord so they don't frickin' or something like that where they won't like shut us down.
But Facebook has watch party now, doesn't it?
What happened?
Facebook has watch parties that you can do in groups.
Yeah, but can you do watch parties of
YouTube videos? You definitely can, because people were spamming Amazing Race fans with it before I left.
Oh, I didn't know that was legal. I know the only place you can get away with is Discord.
Whether it's legal is another story. It's possible, and that's all that matters.
We started a watch party here and got shut down in freaking like 13 minutes. They were like, cut that shit.
Depends on the show as well. Like the Belgian Mole subtitle has far more of a difficult time than the Dutch Mole subtitle, for example, because the Belgian production company are way more trigger happy with the copyright claims.
No pun intended on the trigger
No.
happy.
Oh man, frickin' Michael Harmstone, I appreciate you joining the show. What do you want to pitch? What do you want to pitch to the fans? What do you need them to come see, come watch, come listen to?
Just watch Dutch Mole with us. We're if you search Vidum English subs, you can find the subtitle episodes. We're recapping those every Wednesday. We've just recorded this week's one, and the Belgian version's even better. We're doing well. Because of the lockdown, we've been deciding to recap the two Belgian seasons we've not seen, or we've not covered before. So we did the Argentina season ending a couple of weeks ago, and we're doing the South African season at the moment, and that will be released towards the back end of the year, and you should definitely watch them because they're the best shows ever, and they'll be better than Amazing Race 32.
Are you doing it with Michelle?
It's me and Logan for those, but Michelle will be returning for the Amazing Race ones.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle is
promised.
my favorite, hands down.
She's the best bit of the podcast.
She is.
She brings a little bit extra to your show.
Because otherwise you just have me and Logan making filthy juvenile jokes, whereas when Michelle's there, we're not allowed to make filthy jokes, and we can just joke that she hates the children.
And Michelle actually... sorry.
She's usually half asleep when you guys do it, too, so she gets a little breathy, kind of salty voice going.
It's usually first thing in the morning on a Saturday to record with Michelle.
And she actually likes the show, unlike you. You grumpy old fuck.
That's the thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I've been burned by the past two Amazing Race seasons. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, and plus your favorite teams from like every season are usually the teams that I hate the most. Like you love
like Cavino and Tara.
Yeah. See?
That was your favorite team?
No, Brooke and Scott were, you know that, but I have to do it for the joke what Cavino said.
I was like, I wasn't a huge fan. Like, you love all of the teams that caused that shit show on television.
Obviously.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, during your Cash reveal show, Mike, you said that we were probably going to go out like third or fourth because I was old and didn't know what I was doing or something.
Yeah, and then the first challenge, you kind of proved that.
You did kind of prove that. Weren't you last?
You guys still don't understand what happened there. Maybe someday I'll explain it to you.
I think you did, but I just love the idea that you were just old and stupid in the first challenge.
Yeah, that actually works better.
Yeah, you know I love you dearly, Kavina.
Oh, of course. You know, I thank you for the 50th birthday wishes too this summer.
You're welcome, and for all the height jokes, I'm probably taller than both of you.
I'm 6'1".
I'm 6'5", so
Bullshit.
You're not
I am.
6'5".
I am.
There is no way you're 6'5".
I am 100% 6'5".
If you're 6'5", Redmond has 2 legs.
You've never met me, Kavino. There's only two people.
Pictures.
Yeah, but there's only 2 people in your cast who've met me, and both of those will attest that I am much taller than you'd expect me to be.
You take terrible photos to be 6'5". Because, like, didn't I see pictures with you and Logan, and Logan's, like, looks taller than you.
Logan's like 6'2", and he doesn't look taller than me. He's just got loads of hair. Also,
we're going right, Justin. We're going right back to the salad thing. I'm telling you. There's something to be said for a good some blown locks.
Also, Stuff as Nails Canada is going to be probably even worse than the US version.
Look at this pessimism. Jesus. You angry Brits.
I made this argument on Reddit and surprisingly didn't get downvoted for it, that there's only 2 countries in the world where you could ever do a show like Tough as Nails, because nowhere else has a hero worship of blue-collar workers in the same fashion as the US and Canada do. It wouldn't work in the UK.
What's wrong with blue collar, Mike?
They don't respect them.
But you would never see people worshipping the ground that blue-collar workers stand on in the UK.
Can you imagine if all the blue-collar workers were to start working?
No. I'm not making an argument against it.
What all you rich people do, Mike?
What are you rich people?
I am not making an argument against it. I'm just saying that sort of show would not work in the UK because we have a different sensibility.
Yeah. There's not many good shows in the UK anyway.
You proved that in the War of 1812, didn't you?
What are some good reality shows? 1812. What are some reality shows that are in the UK? Because all of the ones that I watch are poop.
UK version of Hunted's infinitely better than the
Hunted?
was. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so much better. Our version of The Masked Singer was way better than yours.
Masked Singers. I hate singing shows. Let's stop it. Just stop it with the fucking singing shows. Everywhere in the world.
The Apprentice is still really good over here. And,
Apprentice?
We didn't elect a Cheeto as Prime Minister.
Fuck, yeah. Oh my god.
Race Across the World, good shout from Apple Slipper, although I was really annoyed at the latest winners. Because they were crap.
Yeah, I haven't watched that because it's just like it's a bad rip-off of The Amazing Race.
It's a really good show. It's different than what you'd expect. It's more of a travel show than a challenge show. Amazing Race has kind of become a challenge show.
Yeah.
More than the locations.
Yeah, grumpy old fuck. No.
you know I'm not wrong. Compared to older seasons, it's less about the destinations and more about the challenges in Amazing Race now.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Whereas Race Across the World was entirely about the locations and getting it.
Because like back then, people didn't have access to seeing the world like they do now. Now you could just go online and see, like in full HD, the most beautiful places in the world with beautiful shots that don't have to be on television. Back then, when you went to Africa in standard definition and you saw them at the falls, you were like, "Holy shit, that's beautiful!" You know. And then now it's like,
Race Across the World. Amazing Race started off being more of a documentary and has become more of a game show. Race Across the World is still very much a documentary. It's still very much the story of how these people got from point A to point B.
Most underrated show right now, though, is Eco Challenge on Amazon. What's up? Did you guys
watched it?
You haven't watched it?
Nah.
Do you think the wheel is ever going to come back?
The wheel? I fucking hate you. Oh, God. Do you have anything you want to promote, Joey? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I feel
someone's coming on.
I feel like I'm missing something here. What's the wheel?
The wheel was on Discovery Channel. It was one season, and it had 6 people, and it was supposed to be 6 different conditions, like mountains, beach, desert, swamp. Yeah. And then you just go. It's kind of like Alone. You would just go until somebody finally dropped out, and then your alarm would go off, and then they'd move you to the next thing. So the wheel turns, you move. Yeah. You had one season because they said it was supposed to be unbeatable or something. No, they couldn't. I don't know. But I am good friends with the guy who won it. He was like a plumber from Minnesota. And now he's like a public speaker, outdoorsman guy who won it top type of that. He's out of front. No, he's a great guy. But when we do fundraising, he's there. And we're always like, dude, what was that show you were on again? He's like, for real. He's like, and then so we're all talking. You know, maybe some surviving people, other people. Who
Hi, Charlie.
What's that?
I'm just interrupting you to say hi, Charlie.
Oh, that's all right. I only see a little black little head there. But, yeah. So we just kind of shit on this kid Luke all the time. But he's a great guy. It was actually a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. I actually watched it. I was the one who watched it.
Oh, cool. Nobody else watched it.
Apple Slippy, you don't want to know my opinion. All right. He's a shit stain of a human being.
Me?
No. Bo Ryan, the guy who hosts Amazing Race Australia now.
Gotcha. He's got a porn star's name.
He does. He's also a scumbag.
There are so few of us.
I'm trying to be polite, but you know. I
One
can't.
more? One more?
I hope you know that me and Saunders are both terrified of the idea of me giving up.
Can you just email me the rest of this
Because
story?
you lead us astray. I know from experience, Saunders cannot handle his drink, which means that you meeting him would be hilarious because you would just get him shit-faced.
Oh, yeah.
You'd get him absolutely shit-hammered, to quote Rado.
Yeah,
whereas I don't drink, so I wouldn't be impressionable.
Yeah, we'd get him after the creature, and that'd be the end of that.
I do remember the travel show Lost, yes. It was... Well, it started over here, actually, and then it was a very failed experiment in the US, thanks to 9/11.
Oh, I was like, I don't remember the travel show Lost, but I remember the TV show Lost, which I enjoyed.
2001, it lasted like 2 episodes maybe in the US, because it aired about the same time as the first season of Amazing Race did, and nobody watched it.
What? Well.
All right. So, cool.
Justin, do you have another person coming on?
No, I did not. I was just going to end it because it was coming up to 8 o'clock and I didn't want to keep people too long. But if you guys want, I mean, I didn't reach out to anybody else.
No, I just did a couple minutes ago to say hi.
I mean, if they want to jump on, if you got somebody coming on, then bring it. Let me know. I'll tease them out. Put the people on. I'll put the people in. If not, I'm just going to let people know that get yourself over to Twitch right now. Go to twitch.tv/JustinClassic1. Hit the fucking follow button. It's free. And if you got Amazon Prime, hit the subscribe button. That's free. Boom!
Do you get any special emojis?
Yes. You got tons of emojis. I got all sorts of emojis. You want to see them? I got them. I got this emoji. I don't know. Let's see if it pops up on the screen. It should pop up on the screen. Boom. You see that? That head, that's one of my emojis. Here's another one of my emojis. It's that. There's another one. And here's another one of my... And then I'll stop. I have a bunch of them.
Where you going, kids? Hey, I just want to talk to you. Why don't you come over to my place for a glass of wine and a couple of fruit pies, and we can go in the back room and play Crazy Snake.
Exactly. It's high enough for me, I said.
So get on. Get yourself over to Twitch.
I did hear that Hammer Oaks 8 started its fans vs favourites rather than All Stars. So it's 6 returning teams and 6 new ones. Surprisingly, one of the new ones went straight away.
Fans versus favorites. Oh, bring that shit on.
Yeah, so it's 6 completely inexperienced teams versus 6 ones who've raced before, one of whom won.
Oh, great. That's just like having Big Brother versus Survivor versus Amazing Race in Amazing Race. Get your ass whooped, kids.
Yeah. Who'd have thought that the Amazing Race teams would do really well?
They thought
somebody predicted that.
they thought since one Big Brother team fluked their way to a victory because one team didn't say check.
I genuinely do not acknowledge that win.
I hate it.
It's my least favorite episode I've ever covered on the podcast.
Oh my god,
it's awful. It was the worst episode ever.
How do you have the thing complete and you don't say check? You're done.
Ugh.
You got it. All you have to do is say check. Just raise your hand. Don't even have to say check. Just put your hand in the damn air. They would have checked. You would have won. Game over. Jesus.
It's that bad that when Jen came on our podcast, I did have to apologise for how scathing I was about the season. Because I think I finished watching the finale. I usually watch the episodes like 2 days in advance. I finished watching the finale with 5 minutes before we podcasted. I just
So you let it all out.
Knowing who'd won, I just couldn't face watching the finale.
Oh, my God.
I was so annoyed.
You ain't got to tell me. Trust me, the biggest Twitter wars I've had were because of them idiots.
Yeah,
they both blocked me. They both blocked me because the fans told them stupid shit.
I remember that heady time back when we found out that they were, getting their fans to try and sabotage other teams.
Yeah. 100% fact, by the way, you fucking Big Brother fans ruining the Amazing Race.
I remember we discussed that at the time, Justin, because we were as annoyed as each other. And Amazing Race 31 was literally only saved by the winners.
All right.
In my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion. Who won season 31?
Colin and Christy.
Who won season 31? Though? Colin and Christy, you wanted them, you liked them back in the day, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I love Colin and Christy. And the fact that we have a complete 180, they were a brilliant story.
Yeah, it was a little too. I like them back when they were on it 15 years ago. There was a little too much nicey nice on this one.
They've both changed. They've both, like, we've had them on the show, and it was the best show we've done.
Christy, I get, and it looks natural for her to do it. But Colin, it just looks like it's almost like you see what, like someone's brainwashed or something.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I mean? It's weird. He's like you can see he's gotta go. And he goes, okay, goose fraba or whatever the fuck it is they do. And he just kind of calms himself down, like, no, you gotta go, you gotta blow up.
Dude!
That's super entertaining, though.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy to turn around this man has had. And he was like one of the people who was there for like the DJI, the drones. He was one of the like CEO type. He was one of the big dogs at that company. Like, he's already got stupid money, stupid intelligence, and now he's got like the perfect fucking life with the perfect family. And this was the guy that the ox was broken. So if he can do it, anybody can.
It's basically like if Covino came back for Amazing Race 60 and wasn't a drunk.
Right?
Well, if he comes back for Amazing Race 60, he's probably going to have somebody else's liver.
And also, it's more than likely he will be over the age of 60.
I guarantee you, I'm probably the only racer that had a beer in every country on the race.
Yeah.
I do not doubt that for a second.
Definitely don't doubt that for a second. You were the only idiot to waste money on beer in every country, is what you're saying.
I didn't waste money.
You got them free?
It was a scam every time. As a matter of fact, the boys got me a beer. I forget where the hell we were. And I remember coming out because there was some sort of argument at an airport. I think it was in, maybe we were leaving Vietnam. We were at the airport. It was in Vietnam. And we were leaving there on our way to Korea, and there was some sort of an argument. And then I go to the back, and I came out, and the people were chit-chatting back and forth. They were getting a little pissy. So I just kind of plopped down. And they're like, what's wrong with you? And I said, I'm 46 years old, and I just drank a warm beer, taking a shit while washing my clothes in a public bathroom. Where is my life going right now? And everyone just burst out laughing. So it kind of like set the mood. It kind of got everyone off, shitting on each other and everything. But that was the truth. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I got a small child at home, and I'm washing clothes in the sink, taking a shit, drinking a warm beer. That I talked one of my friends into buying. That's life. It's Amazing Race.
Beers. I want beers in every country. There's priorities. I'm racing for $1 million, but I want a fucking beer in every country. You win $1 million, you can have beers in every country.
And also coffee.
It's all part of the experience. You set these small goals for yourself, and here I am in the final three. Right?
Thank you, Tara.
Yeah. Let's be honest, she did 99% of the work.
You were like a fucking backpack. She just threw you up on that shit and carried it. Oh, man.
I've just remembered I got something to say, Cavino. Because the last Belgium whole season we covered was the Greece one. The very last challenge they did was at the Scott Flannery Memorial Bridge. And somehow I convinced Mr. Saunders to do it when he goes to Greece next. And I'm going to be there.
The best thing of all podcasts is your double of his voice in your phone.
It's still there. Every Amazing Race podcast we do.
So great. So great.
And it will be there until the end of time, because it seems to split the audience. 50% of people absolutely love it, as I do. 50% of the people think, why the fuck is there screaming in this podcast? And it's just Scott Flannery.
It's just perfect. It's perfect the way it fits in.
The really weird thing is, I did nothing to edit that. I literally just inserted it and it worked. He did it in perfect Amazing Race pitch. If people don't know what I'm talking about, we have the Hammer Ups a Million theme as our Amazing Race theme. And right after the Scott Flannery Memorial Bridge challenge, I began inserting Scott screams from that challenge into the intro music because it works perfectly. So if you ever listen to Reality TV Warriors Amazing Race coverage, you will hear Scott screams, and it is indeed Scott Flannery.
Yes, and then right after that, you'll hear Michael Harmstone talk really, really fast, and you have to pause it and rewind it just to understand what the hell he's saying.
Yeah, essentially, I'm a fast talker. I can't help that. I did used to have speak slowly at the top of my notes, and I just abandoned it because I never do. The only time that Scott screams might ever change is if Mr. Saunders does screams in exactly the same pitch, at which point I might merge the two. I've not decided yet.
So funny. So
Mr. Saunders is around right now, by the way. I'm chatting to him at the same time.
You're welcome to send him the link if he wants to join us. We won't be around too much longer, but you can send it to him.
Why isn't he in the chat?
Laser Tagger 5. Okay. Justin, any fun behind-the-scenes stories from your season? There are a ton. And I told a bunch of them on our season 27 recap, which is why there's only half of the season uploaded, because I wasn't supposed to say a lot of the stuff that I did. So I still haven't done it, but I got to go back and edit. I should edit the first something that I put up, because I've told stories I shouldn't have. So if you haven't seen 27, go back and watch those now before they get edited. And then I'm going to have to edit the rest of them before I put them up, because we've told stories on there that was supposed to be on a Patreon only, but I'm not doing Patreon. So I don't know if I could just put it out there for everyone, because there's stuff on there that can get me in trouble.
I think half of those stories you told to us as well.
Well, yeah, I told you some of the good ones.
I seem to remember.
Yes. There's a phenomenal story that I can never tell on air, because it has a bunch of stuff that was illegal, that some people did that was illegal, that they can get in trouble for, so I can't tell
Allegedly,
those.
sir. Allegedly.
No, they did it. It was no alleged. They did it. Yeah. Nothing that broke any rules of the race, really, like to get an advantage, but things like
international law, that type of thing.
Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah, there's definitely a story about somebody doing illegal drugs in a country they shouldn't have been doing illegal drugs in. I can't shout them out. There was definitely a security guy who was coked out of his mind for one leg, and then the next leg he was high on weed. But he was only there for one season, so I'm sure Bertram figured that out and fired his ass.
Saunders is on the chat, by the way.
Hey, what's up, Saunders? Who let Harmstone in? Well, our guest shit the bed, and then Maya had a last-minute family Zoom chat that they called it. So we had 2 of the 4 people that were supposed to be on the show ditched us at the last minute, so when you're desperate, you call in the backups to the backups.
Yeah, essentially, I'm the substitute. Settle an argument for me as well. If a team drops money and another team picks it up, is that against the race rules?
No.
Correct. Shut up, people on Reddit.
It's a douchebag move, but that's how it is in real life, right? Someone drops money in front of you?
Yeah, it's morally wrong, but it's not worth a penalty.
Yeah, the Twinnies were douchebags, but they didn't deserve to be penalized. But they're just shitty humans for doing that to another team, Or they were just extremely scared that they couldn't race better than another team. You know what I mean? Like, we could have... Well, if they didn't change the rules after our season, they did. But we could have, U-turned 3 teams. We chose not to. right? The only reason we chose to use the U-turn ever was to help one of our friends, not to like shit on somebody else. But we could have used if the like season 28 it changed. You guys could use the U-turn as much as you want, right?
I don't know. I wasn't on 28.
Well, 29, 28 is when it changed.
Yes.
All right. So like I think they changed that because of our season, because everybody expected us to U-turn the Texas boys, and they were trying to set up that whole storyline that us and the Texas boys hated each other. But meanwhile, we never saw the Texas boys as a threat. But they were just always trying to get at me.
So you just hate the Texas boys?
Love them. I love the fact that they thought they were stronger than us, and then every strength challenge we beat them.
That's what I just heard.
Yeah, it's not what you've been saying to us up there.
Yeah, I just heard we didn't hate them because we didn't think they were a threat. You hated them because what?
Yeah.
Because they're from Texas.
You hate them for all the other reasons.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys fans. That's why. I'm a Giants fan.
I absolutely love Texas. It's one of the greatest places on earth.
I love Texas as well. I was there in March. Right before the lockdown.
I hope you're both being sarcastic.
No, Texas is awesome. One of the greatest places on this earth.
You two will not be surprised at this, but I'm a bit of a space nerd, so Houston was awesome.
Okay.
No, we're not surprised.
All right. I'll give you Houston.
Yeah.
You come from New York. How can you say that?
What? Texas is flat. It's a fucking flat desert full of fucking ignorant people, and it's flat. You drive around Texas, and it's completely flat. It's the same shit.
Yeah, I know. I was stationed there twice. Why are they ignorant? Because they love America.
Do they love America?
They love Texas.
They love Texas.
Yeah, good. I don't see any big New York flags hanging out front of your house.
You're right.
I will say, I've toured America quite a lot. New York, I didn't get. Texas, I did. So I'm on Covino's side, sadly, on this.
This is the thing. People from Texas love Texas, and they're very proud of it. They have a great, rich, great history. And then you go from New York. 99% of New York that's actually born there never left there. They're like, we're fucking New Yorkers. We're the greatest in the world. We got a fucked up Boston accent.
Well, I mean,
never been anywhere.
Tim in the chat said he likes San Antonio. I like San Antonio as well.
I love San Antonio.
And Apple Slipper has also pointed out that Logan did do an interview with the cops from Amazing Race Australia 2, which is a fantastic episode that I had to edit last week and is definitely on the list.
Hey?
Yeah.
Remember Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man? Like, we're from New York, buddy. Who gives a shit?
I mean, it's New York.
Yeah.
It's what? It's the number one city in America.
Let's go back to the first Continental Congress, and who was the only one of the territory, the only one of the colonies that?
Let's go back to the first Continental Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Let's go back.
No.
Let's go back to when Boston was a fucking hub for the damn Brits. Shut up.
New York was the only colony that abstained from voting either yay or nay for independence. So technically, you're still in the Harmstone thumb.
I feel like I am the presenter of a late night talk show here and just letting these guys scream at each other.
Michael, don't you guys consider Boston part of the UK still?
No, we're part of Ireland.
We don't, but I will say, I flew into Boston at the start of my trip in 2013, and Boston is the most English place I've ever been in.
Absolutely, you guys might as well still be British.
It did feel like Wee Britain from Arrested Development, and I loved Boston. Boston was one of my favorite places I've been to.
And just know, if every state got into a fucking fight, New York would win. Period.
What?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bet against Massachusetts.
We got like 10 times the amount of people they have. You kidding me?
Yeah, but I mean,
never mind the guns.
Massachusetts loves a fight.
They do.
Yeah, you guys don't have any guns.
We don't have any guns in New York?
Yeah, you know what New York is? You know what New York is? There was a whole shitload of Bostonians who said, you know what? We're enjoying the cold, the crime, and the poverty, but it's just not cold enough. Let's go west.
Is that what they said? You know what New York is? New York is the place that has the most championships of any fucking state in the world. Any province in the world that has more championships from New York than anywhere in the world.
Because you have 17 teams per sport.
The problem is, absolutely no one cares.
Unless it's soccer. or hockey. No one cares outside of the United States.
Even football, I don't really care about. Absolutely, no one gives a shit.
About soccer. No one cares about soccer. Is that what you're trying to say? Nobody cares about soccer? Or Formula One?
I know Saunders is going to harass me for that comment, but I really don't care about football.
Do you know what?
Have the Brits ever won anything?
You know what the number one fan sport in the world is? I don't know how true this is.
Rugby.
Cycling.
It is. And you know why? It's because most of Europe is quite good at it, especially us.
Cycling?
I work very close to the place that basically is the gold medal factory at the Olympics for Team GB when it comes to cycling.
Nobody gives a fuck about cycling. If there's sports that you care about, nobody cares about cycling.
Believe me, have you seen the crowds at the Tour de France?
It's the number one fan sport in the world.
No, it's not.
It is.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Show me fucking one sport, one ratings from a damn cycling sport. You kidding me? Soccer, rugby, football, all dominate those. NASCAR. Are you kidding me with cycling?
Thousands of people turn up on the roadside of the Tour de France on any of the
Harmstone. He just proved my point about New Yorkers. He just proved it.
If you think, what is the largest football stadium in the world? It is easily dwarfed by the audience that turns up to a Tour de France race on the roadside. You're wrong.
They don't show up because it's a freaking, they want to see bike racing. They show up because it's an event. What the hell happens in France? They have no events. This is their biggest thing. They got freaking Le Mans or whatever. They got like a race course and then a bicycle race. What else happens in France? There's no reason to ever freaking do any sports in France. What else is in France?
You say it's just a bicycle race.
It's
one of the most lucrative sporting events in the world. More lucrative than the Super Bowl.
Oh, hey,
what?
Boston just has a marathon.
Exactly.
Yeah, every state has a marathon. The New York Marathon, Boston Marathon. Every state has a marathon. You're not special.
The New York Marathon is like 8 years old. And it's easy.
It's easy.
It's easy. I've run it. It's way easier than Boston.
It must be easy if you've run it. Let's be honest. You are completely wrong when you say that any other sport than cycling is the biggest spectator sport in the world, because
I love this.
There are alarmingly large amounts of people who watch cycling.
I'm sorry. Is there another cycling event besides the Tour de France that anybody in the world knows about? Because that's the only one here in America that anybody has even heard of.
There are hundreds.
Name one that anybody outside of France should know besides the Tour de France. The what?
Go find me someone in England who knows who Chad Pennington is, please.
Exactly.
Chad Pennington?
Yeah. The Giro d'Italia, Strade Bianchi, like all of these races are very famous outside of the arse where your head is.
I was going to say Tom Brady, but he's a little famous.
Yeah, Tom Brady is probably the
you picked a backup quarterback for the New York Jets.
Yeah, but he was the starting quarterback for the New York Jets for years. That's what I'm saying.
You're picking like a scrub. You're picking a scrub from a sport, from a team nobody cared about.
A quarterback who was worth anything ever? Joe Namath. Does anyone in England know Joe Namath?
No. Football, you could make an argument for, and I'm talking real football, not American football. You could make
soccer, where people score once or twice a fucking... Nobody cares. You sit there for 2 hours waiting for somebody to do something. Kick the ball back, kick the ball back, kick the ball back, kick the ball back.
Half of South America actually care about real football, whereas it's literally just America who care about American football.
Listen, I get that poor countries like soccer because you only need a fucking ball to play it. Get it. I get it. I get it. You only need to be able to run fast. You don't need to be able to use your hands. You don't need to be able to have an upper body. You can play a game. Come on. It's a leg game.
Phil is never going to come on the show, and Apple is absolutely right. He did a whole documentary on the ride.
I watched it.
Shit,
He's awake.
Professional cyclists are some of the best athletes in the world, and I say this as someone who doesn't give a shit about cycling. Yeah, well, yeah, we don't talk about it. It's an absolute medal factory, the Manchester Velodrome, and there is a very good reason that the UK has won more cycling medals than any other country in history.
Michael,
do
not, of all of the sports and all of the athletes, cyclists are not even in the top 10. Stop it.
You would be surprised.
I would be surprised, yeah. Tell that to the rugby. Put up a rugby dude against a cycling dude. Put up a professional weightlifter against a cycling dude. Put up a actual football player against a cycling. They just got legs. They got legs. Skinny little dudes. Skinny dudes with legs. Look at Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong's like a crackhead. Oh, look.
He was a crackhead. That's the point. He was on drugs. Whereas actual real professional cyclists are some of the best athletes in the world and would hands down beat any other comparable athlete.
In what? In what? They would beat him in what? A foot race?
Yeah,
They'd beat him in cycling is the only thing they could beat him at, because that's all they do.
Well, what is Lawrence Taylor going to beat anyone else in?
Lawrence Taylor will, 1, beat your ass in a fight. 2, he's probably faster than you. 3, he's probably stronger than you. Upper body, lower body. Like, this is a complete athlete. It's not a sport that just uses your legs, like soccer, like cycling. These are sports that just use your freaking legs. You could have no arms and still be a professional soccer player. You could have one arm and still be a professional cycler. You couldn't do that in the NFL. You can't do that in any other sports.
Yeah, the
You're
problem
going
is
to wake up tomorrow. You're going to wake up tomorrow. There's going to be 800 pelotons on your lawn.
the reason that you can't... I even get out because we don't make me laugh. The reason that you consider American football players to be proper athletes and that they're too distracted by trying to be overall athletes is because they're too busy worrying about concussions.
The concussions, because real men who hit each other rather than just, I'm going to pedal past you. Hi!
Yeah,
You're competing in a sport that little kids can do. Stop it. Little kids can ride a bicycle really fast.
Have you seen some of the injuries that professional cyclists get? They are way worse.
Rug burn. They get rug burn.
I'm going to say some of those crashes are pretty intense.
Yeah, but there is a pro cyclist I know of who literally crashed into a barbed wire fence and got up. You wouldn't see that in any other sport.
No, because how good are you at your job if you're...
The toughest athletes are hockey players far and away.
Your job... No, the toughest athletes are rugby players, hands down. Sorry.
That's another argument, Karina.
Rugby players will fucking destroy hockey players. You're fucking out of your gourd. You guys wear pads on every fucking part of your body, from head to fucking toe.
Seen rugby players American football players hit way harder than rugby players.
You know why? Because they don't know how to tackle. They don't tackle. All they do is hit.
No, it's because they're wearing pads.
No, it's not.
Also, hockey players travel faster. They're more balanced.
No, they're not.
Literal blade strapped to their feet.
They're padded from head to toe because they're scared to hit. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hit with this stuff.
If you've ever seen an actual hockey match, and this is the one sport I can talk about other than cycling, if you've ever seen an actual hockey match, those pads don't last long because they rip them off and start beating the shit out of each other.
They throw their little gloves down and then hit each other in the face with their little oh, I'm hitting your helmet. Oh, I'm hitting your helmet. Oh, this is great.
When I last went to an NFL match, when I last went to an NHL match, someone got hit in the face with a puck at 100 miles an hour in the audience.
Good for them. Yeah, if you go to any rugby match where real men hit each other with no fucking pads and tackle, the reason you don't see them hitting each other and just popping each other is against the rules. Because when you actually have to tackle people, you have to attempt to tackle people. Otherwise, it's an illegal hit in rugby, which is what they should be in the NFL.
I agree with you. I agree. They don't hit and tackle. In hockey, first of all, the pads are this big. And when you're doing 30, 35 miles an hour and someone throws a hip into you, are you kidding me?
Oh, he hit me with his hip?
Yeah.
He hit me with his hip.
Strapped to their feet.
His hip. His hip. Hold on. He hit me with his hip. How much fucking power could you generate from your hip? Stop it.
Yeah, okay. Let's get on.
You can hip check me any day and I'll elbow you in the face. You tell me which one hurts more.
Ray Bork got hit in the face with a puck. He lost 4 chiclets. He missed 2 minutes of the game.
Good for
2
him.
minutes. You're not going to say, what are you going to hit with a big fluffy ball?
Fluffy? Have you ever seen a rugby player? Have you ever seen a rugby player? Dude, rugby players are the toughest dudes on earth. Rugby players are the toughest dudes on earth.
Gregory Campbell played 2.5 minutes of the Stanley Cup final with a broken leg.
Oh my God, he broke his leg.
Yeah. And then that clown, what's his name?
But you know why he was able to play? Do you really want to know how he's able to play? Because your laces, your hockey things are so tight, your pads are so tight. He didn't fucking realize his leg was broken until you undo it, and because everything is so tight and tough, everything is so tight and compacted.
It's broken in the shin.
It's like, bro, it's compacted in, and he didn't even realize it until you take your shit off. Rugby players are the toughest dudes on earth. Period.
Yes, you played rugby.
I played rugby for 1 season.
See?
One season. I played football. I played baseball, basketball. Fucking played. I didn't play hockey because I'm into real sports.
You have no balance and stamina or anything.
No, I'm from New York. Where the fuck are we gonna get a pond? We go play hockey.
Just for the record, you guys shut up. For the record, anyone watching, this is what it's like having a conversation with either of these two people.
Exactly. Passion.
99% of the time.
You get the fucking passion. Don't get me started.
It just turns into a scream match.
Boys, actually, I'm up like 3% on my phone, and I kind of got to get back to work.
All right, get back to fucking work. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Michael, thanks for bringing a little spice to it.
Because, I need bed. It's like nearly 1:30 here.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a hockey player, so he can't hang, obviously.
I'm not a hockey player. I'm a hockey enthusiast.
No, I meant like Joey. He has to go because he's a hockey player.
He's stamina at his age.
Hockey. Fuck out of here. And you with the damn bicycling, Michael. Oh, stop it.
Cavino gets up to piss at least 3 times a night.
I love you guys in chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. I promise for the next couple of weeks we'll have staff, producers, casting people, and maybe I'll get some of your favorite Amazing Races on.
And maybe more screaming matches.
Hey, if you want to start screaming, that's my thing. Don't get me pumped up. And I am working on a season 27 reunion show where we get everybody in one room, and we're going to do like the recap shows that should have happened after the Amazing Race, where everybody gets together and we do a full recap, talk about all the planning and the strategy and all that shit. And I'm working on that as well. So, and don't forget, season 32 is coming up in 30 days. We will be doing until it officially premieres, I am of the opinion that there's not a guarantee that it's going to air. Oh, shit. Well, they need something, because there's nothing else filming now.
It's been delayed 3 times already.
I know.
And literally 2 weeks before was the last time.
I know. It's so bad. It's so bad.
They started releasing the teams.
Did they?
Yeah, there was one team that was released.
I only know of one team, just because I happen to be friends with one of them.
Yeah, I can probably guess which team that is, because that's the team I've got most to say about. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But,
yes, sir.
Yeah, there was one team that was released on the website before they shunted it and moved it to autumn.
Well, I appreciate all of you, and I'm sorry that our guest didn't show up. I hope we gave you some sort of entertainment.
You got me in.
Exactly, some sort of entertainment with some sort of giggles. Hope we made your day a little bit better. Thank you for spending your time with us. We know how valuable it is. Check out Reality TV Warriors. I think it's RTV Warriors. RTV Warriors.
Twitter, Instagram, everywhere now.
There you go. RTV Warriors. Check them out. Michael. .com. Michael. Yeah. Logan. Michael. Thank you for joining us on the show, Michael.
Anyway, bye.
Thank you for joining us in chat, Logan. Check you guys out. I really appreciate you. See you next week.